Hey everybody, this is Oliver Joyce from Whiskeybarrel Studios, and I'm really excited to be part of the Steam Next Fest this year and to present my game Swords and Sandals Immortals. Over the next 30 or 40 minutes, I'm going to take you on a little adventure to the world of Brandor, where we will create a gladiator and fight all manner of strange enemies, and you're going to see some craziness. If you've never been exposed to Swords and Sandals before, it's a game series that's been running probably for the last 15 years or so, and this is just the latest incarnation. It started off life as a flash game, believe it or not, and for those who remember it, I hope you sort of can appreciate how far we've come. For those who've never heard of Sword and Sandals, well, I hope you're in for a pleasant surprise. So thanks for being here for my stream, and let's get going. Alright, just before we begin, this is the first thing you see when you load up the demo. This is what's coming in the early access build, which hopefully we're going to get there in late May or so. There's going to be dungeon crawling, there's going to be multiplayer. I can't tell you how excited I am to be able to bring multiplayer to this series. There's going to be tons of extra weapons and skills, over 35 different arenas to fight in, lots more arena champions, you can ride horses, even get a magic carpet. And lots of adventure scenarios. What you see here is just a tiny little taste of the full game. And if you've never, if you've not been familiar with Swords and Sandals, I hope this pleasantly surprises you. So let's get into it. Swords and Sandals Immortals demo, formerly known as Swords and Sandals 6, because essentially it is the sixth game of the series officially. But Immortals I'm trying to bring it to a new audience, you know what I mean? And so Immortals just kind of sounds cool. Right, obviously multiplayer is coming, that's grayed out for now, but let's go with a new campaign. All the music in this game done by some fantastic composers. There is Tekel Ikegia and Alex Tasani, who've just done some wonderful tracks for the game. I'm so honored to have them doing the music for me. Okay, Swords and Sandals it's a very much a fantasy game, but it's also got a lot of sci-fi, a little kind of like think of how He-Man brought in sort of spaceships and things and laser guns and things into the world of swords and sandals, and that's basically what this is. This is the game introduction. It even says Swords and Sandals 6, the Starbound Gladiator. This guy here, spoiler alert, is the main bad guy for the game. And that's a little story about how he's coming to get you in just 300 days. There's lots of different species in Swords and Sandals. You can be any one of these. This is a Glamazon, giant warrior women from a place called Alicia, and they are average around 7 foot tall. This one's 7'6". You can be the undead, because why not? Everyone deserves a second chance, even the undead. And of course, each different species has bonuses and penalties. This one, they're immune to poison, immune to sonic attacks, but they have penalties for fighting in the daytime, which is when most fights happen. Of course, you can be humans, Kragites, these one-eyed Cycladians, whatever suits. And there's also some new species coming in the early access build. Things like the Yeti-like Yeren. There's jelly blob creatures, insect monsters. And even there's going to be automaton robots who are pretty kick-ass. Alright, we'll go with the generic human. Pretty crazy. You can also change the homeland if you want to make them from different parts of the world. Go with a regular one. Give him a little scar or something. Got crazy hair there. Just give him big hair. You can also change the beard. Whatever suits you. It looks kind of cool. And there's... At the moment, you've got to click through to get all the different hair colors, but I'm working on a little swatch palette for that, so you'll be able to select them up here. Make it much easier. Let's just go with that for now. He kind of looks a little bit like me, except he's 7'1", 300 pounds, all over the unready. Let's go with that, because I never feel like I'm ready to do these streams. You know what I mean? It's always a little kind of nuts. You make him really short, really tall. As you grow and shrink the height, nothing happens right now, but it will affect weapon reach and push distance and that kind of stuff. It also impact their weight. Skinnier people will be able to dodge and jump. Bigger people push further, that kind of thing. We'll see. Let's go with a muscle-bound He-Man style warrior. You can also select a different voice sets. Master Wrath. Critical is, of course, Charlie Moist Critical. Yeah, you got a little surprise coming up featuring him soon. It's the classic Sword and Sandals voice. And you can change the pitch. So yeah, lots of character customization options in the game, and I hope you enjoy, doing that. Of course, it being a role-playing game, there are many different skills and many different character classes. 6 so far, but more coming. Let's go with the standard warrior, because you could be a rogue or a knight or whatever, but I think for now the warrior is probably the best suited to getting through the demo, relatively unscathed. And you can choose various stats. I think these ones are best suited for the warrior, like vitality, agility, stamina. Although each stat I've tried to make it so that it has at least some kind of synergies with the game. All right, let's get ready. So yeah, this is the basically the backstory for your character. Humble beginnings. A wandering sage comes up to you and says, you could have what it takes to take on the starbound gladiator. And you can basically say, well, do I want glory and power beyond my wildest dreams, or do I want to save the world from evil? A not so subtle say, are you a good character or an evil character? Let's make him a good guy. And you can then choose a reward. Gold for weapons, armor, most things in the game. Stars are for learning different skills. And you can earn stars by fighting characters and monsters, and also when you rest. And you can get a healing potion as well. But let's get some stars. Willard Sound. And these beautiful little postcard sketches were done by my artist friend Wakimi, who's done much of the art in the game. And just like the musicians, I'm really honored to have these guys working with me. I'm technically a solo developer, but having artists that I can contract out is just, and you become friends with them along the course. So this game's been in development for just about a year now, and I've really learned to become friends with these guys. I'm just, again, honored to have them on board. Okay, this is where we start. Willard Sound, a sleepy fishing town. And the first person you meet, 300 days to arrival. I want you to remember that, and I'll explain that more in a little bit. Fight selector 386DX of the automatons. Okay, he said, you've traveled a long way to be here. We're honored you wish to join us, and you're going to try and help us defend against the starbound gladiator. But only one. There can be only one. Maybe that character. And you might be this one, you might not. And when that starbound gladiator arrives, one person will step forward to challenge him. That's what's happening in 300 days' time. So there is a sort of doomsday clock in this game. Now your first enemy is Bruce the Useless. Okay, that's Bruce. You can see his stats there. Hopeless in every way. We outmatch him. It's a nighttime battle. Advantage to us because we're fighting the hills. Different terrains, cold areas might sort of slow down your essence regeneration. In the heat, it's harder to regenerate strength. There's lots of different sort of tactics involved around that. There's not much Bruce is good at. A former protege of the notorious grifter Anti-Midas, he too fell victim to the villain's schemes, and now Bruce finds himself in Willard Sounds looking to start his next career, which may indeed be short-lived. If you've played other Sword and Sandals games, this is the equivalent to the Fearful Prisoners, basically. And a little pro tip, you can't lose this battle. You can't, I promise. Although if you find a way, you let me know. Okay, so we're going to... these are your skills here. It's a turn-based combat game. You can make a move, walk. Oh, he's tried to attack us. We parried it. I can walk backwards. Go jump around. These little blue potions here, they tell you how much essence. This is your essence up here. Each move costs. When you rest, you get some back. And that's your health. That's your armor. Anything that's black means you haven't got any armor on, and you can take actual health damage. If you get hit with armor, it goes off this number. You can jump with a little swipe. We're quite got a good agility there. You can see you got a bit more in him. Your little percentage chance to hit. It does say 64, 58% and that kind of thing, but as I said, in this first fight, just about learning the ropes, and you can't lose, so no matter what, we got him. He yields. Now your enemies are going to yield. They're going to go, don't kill me, unless you actually, you can chop their arms and legs off and that kind of thing if you wish, but there's going to be another feature coming in the full version where you can basically spare their life or kill them and become more good or evil. You've defeated your first opponent. Well done, but he was a bit inferior, I admit. But a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Okay, Okay, this is your campfire. Now, your campfire is basically your battle caravan. It starts off empty, but as you go through the game, quite quickly you'll find shops appearing. They're all grayed out now, but when we level up, we might even meet someone in the morning. Congratulations, you grow more powerful. You can grab 2 more skill points. We get a bit of extra health and essence. Let's grab some vitality and some strength. I'm going with a lot of warrior specific things, but there are various talent trees as well you can try your hand at. So we're going to go with, you could go arcane tree for mage skills, theatrics for bards. You can use guitars. If you notice there's a guy with an electric guitar. Acrobatics for jumping around. Survival, basically, staying alive. Cue the classic song. Alright, but we're going to learn some axe mastery, because I know early on there's a couple of good axes you can get. Or relative. Okay, now, 299 days left. 1 day has passed. Now we meet Guillaume de Longeville, who is the son of the armorer from Swords and Sandals, the original one way back, the guy with the bald head and the eye patch, if you remember him. Okay, friend, stop a moment, let me look upon you. Terrible accent. I'm not going to do it anymore. I apologize. Let's keep going. Okay, yeah, unlimited potential. He basically says, I'll help you if you let me tag along. All I ask is that you let me travel with you. You can quickly skip through that once you've seen it if you like, but it just adds a little bit of flavor text to the game. Now the weaponsmith has his little caravan there. We have our fight selector. It's a rainy day. Yeah, so each day that passes, I could rest again. And it'll be down to 298 days. Eventually you get down to 0 days and the Starbound Gladiator will arrive, and no matter what, you're fighting him. But there will be ways to slow his progress and gain days back, via our automaton allies. They'll be able to send messages into space and perhaps, send an armada of enemies at him, that kind of thing. Or with a, reward risk type thing. That's coming in early access. Right now though, we're going to go to the weaponsmith. So I want to buy a skill. You can learn skills, or actually, you know what? What can we do? Let's learn a skill first up. This is a level 6 skill, level 3. Oh, we're only level 2. You have to exit that, and we're going to go back and buy an item. You can look at your items like this if you wish. There's a nice hand axe, mallet. The hatchet will do for us for now. We can also sell our own gear as well. The only thing we can't sell is this disgusting little dagger called a shank, because you always have to have a weapon. But let's buy the hatchet. Automatically gets equipped for your convenience. I'm going to show you quickly the info panel as well. You can see all your gear. You can unequip it, put your pants back on, and you can unequip your loincloth to see your mighty torso if you wish. But we're going to put that back on too. And you can also see your vital statistics to really dive deeper into the game and see all your resistance chances, physical protection, fire protection, all that kind of stuff. As you learn the game, you might want to get a bit more deeper into why things are doing what. And of course, the talents that you start with. We have those, and we have this Axe Mastery as well. Achievements are coming, and also you can change the game settings. If you want metric system, you can use that on or off. You could use adjust the sound effects, turn bloom, all the goodies. Okay. Fight selector. So when you visit the fight selector, the first thing you're going to see is 4 gladiators here. You can choose which one you want to fight. They'll step forward. They have a power score as well. Our power score is up here, 243. This one, he's got more powerful than us. He's the most powerful here. We have to win 4 more battles until we fight the regional champion. But let's try an easy one first. Let's try this the Clergish Pigman Ripal. Okay, so he's smarter than us and got better defense, but we sort of match him in most other ways. This is our first real battle now, so we basically, if we die, it's not permadeath. There will probably be a permadeath mode in early access. I'm going to sort of give players the option of that, but for now you just suffer a time penalty of a day, And there will probably be a stats penalty, which you can sort of maybe pay to avoid if you have enough stars and gold, that kind of thing. Alright, we have a skill here as well, Warrior Strike, which we're not in range of. So what we're going to do is rest and see what he does. He's coming towards us. Now we use our Warrior Strike. 85% chance to hit. Ooh, one hit him. Alright, instant level up. Bam, next level reached. So we can level up again. Grow more powerful. Let's grab some... We'll give him a defense, I think, this time. And we're going to go with some more axe mastery, make our axes a bit more powerful. Okay, this is the battle dummy, and for the purposes of the demo, he doesn't do much. You can fight him. I'll just show you. You can train against him. You'll be able to load sort of holograms called simulacrums of various bosses in the early access version of the game to test your skills against once you've defeated them. And I'm actually going to move the learn skills to this part of the game as well. But for now, we can just basically go test your skills. You know, you can jump around. You can actually jump past them in fights. You don't have to fight on the left side if you want. And he switches because it's a magical battle dummy. His legs yields. I'm going to also be able to make it so the battle dummy increases to your level. Right now it's a very weak level 1 battle dummy, I think. Sort of had to scramble to get the demo ready, and there's so many features that I wanted to put in, but you know, you can't have everything right. But I'm hoping that this demo is, you know, it's just enticing enough for you guys to want to, you know, learn more about it and really, the game's going to be it's a lot deeper, I think, than first impressions would have you believe. Oh, Slayer Brain. Let's fight Slayer Brain. Now he suffers a penalty because he's fighting in the daytime. Let's have a look. Yeah, hit chance penalty. But he's tougher than us.
Prepare for battle.
Ooh, some damage. We've got our loincloth. We don't have that much armor yet. Warrior Strike again. So he's lost his shoulder guards. That took damage off his armor. He's only got an armored head there, and that's almost about to break. Let's go for his torso. Ooh, broke our breastplate, and that came off. They of course get repaired after the fight. Nothing to worry about there. Critical damage at 13. You can rest to get some of your health back. Of course, you can sleep in the middle of a battle because it's swords and sandals. Go for the head. Break his helmet. He's got nothing left basically. Ooh, he's got his warrior, his knight's attack there. Warrior Strike again. I feel like Warrior Strike may be a little overpowered. With an 83% chance there. One health left. Come on, go for his legs. Sweep the leg. Oh, we got him. Good. A good victory. The early part of the game, I think, at least if you go down the warrior path, is on the easy side. People have said that mage is and priests are under powered at the moment. Let's level up again. So let's grab ourselves some attack chance and a bit of strength. Yeah. Not planning on casting any spells at the moment. Or maybe I should buy one. Let's actually get some arcane skills. Let's get some fire mastery. Increase our fire damage. We won't use that just yet. Guillaume now says, "You're incredible, you're awesome, but hey, what if you get hit?" Fair point. We haven't got much good armor. But he says, "I know a guy," and of course that guy is Thargan the Armorer, the old veteran from way back in Sword and Sandals 1 and 2. And he's basically upset that he's coming out of retirement, but you know, he's pretending, of course. He actually does want to help out his friend's son, Guillaume, and help you out. Someone has to keep an eye on you too, Daydreamers. Alright, so now we have the Armorer. He also can give you skills, shove and grapple. We can't get those yet. I need to actually make that go back to the shop rather than exit right out to the campfire. Little mental note there. For now, let's buy ourselves some armor. What do we got here? We've already got that one. You need some sandals. That's swords and sandals after all. Cut per sandals. Beautiful, beautiful looking sandals. And we get ourselves some sweatbands, which are pretty rubbish. Okay, now back to the fight. We could probably get a new weapon soon too, actually. Another skelly. So every time you rest, and every time you level up or change towns, the enemies change as well, and they will get more powerful. These ones are a little underpowered. I'm actually going to make it so their minimum level is around yours. The game is a little, I find, on the easy side at the moment while I test it out. But another skelly. No, let's get some challenge. Let's fight this level 3 warrior called Lori. She's a human warrior with a beret or bandana, really. What's her skill? She's got the warrior strike as well. So let's see what she uses. No, she's a bit shocked. She's hasn't come out of the gate flying. Oh, but she hit us with the barbarian storm. Go for the torso. Oh, spine broken. Bam! There you go. That little hatchet's doing a lot of damage. Maybe too much damage. Okay, that's all right. That was a bigger hit than I thought. Congratulations, you grow more powerful. Grab some stamina, some attack. No charisma yet. Charisma is, I think, a bard sort of talent, really, but you can use it to defend against magic, funny enough. But magic in the demo is a little underpowered, so I'm not really using it right now. Now let's see if Guillaume has anything good for us. Hand axe, war axe. Yeah, let's grab the war axe. Better than our hatchet, and we will sell our hatchet back to him for half the value, of course. Okay. Thank you for your business. Any armor to buy? 458. Yeah, every 3 days the armory and the weaponsmith and all the things will restock with new items. So if you see something you like, you should try and get it, because it might be gone in 3 days' time. And as sort of, there's going to be Diablo style, King's Axe of the Bear and that kind of thing. When that stuff starts appearing in the game, you really want to try and grab it while you can. A brigand toga. Let's grab that. Looks like a decent item. Okay.
We are about to die.
No, I haven't seen any wizards here. Only warriors and priests. Let's fight. He's the most powerful one. I feel like the others are quite... Actually, they're all a bit underpowered. Mental note to actually make them more powerful.
Prepare for battle.
So we're in the introductory town, Willard Sound. There's, believe it or not, over 35 different arenas and counting. And each one will have different rules, and some arenas will be like first blood, that kind of thing. Some will be survival mode, where you have to fight multiple gladiators at once, that kind of thing. There'll be no magic arenas, there'll be no axe arenas. So there's going to be a lot more than just what you see here. This guy's really afraid of us. And well he may be, because we just chopped the spine off that last poor gladiator. Got him. He hit hard. Okay, now we have, I think, one more fight. Oh no, we're ready to fight the regional champion. Now, a little preamble here, a little backstory. Charlie White, aka Moist Critical, is a big fan of Sword and Sandals, and I'm honored to have him as a fan of the series, because his support means the world. It really does. It's a lot difference between these games being irrelevant and being on people's radars. Despite I never get any media coverage ever. I promise you that. But great streamers like Moist Critical and Jerome ACF and Tudy and Karolek from Poland and Master Rath and all these guys really have put my games on the map, and I just want to give a big shout out to them. And the first boss we're going to meet is actually Moist Critical, as voiced by the great man himself. And designed by him himself. Huge Charles, champion of Willard Sound. Here he is. And that's actually his tattoos and everything. Everything's scanned in, and it's his voice. Great man. And here he is up against us. He's got all charisma, all vitality, and he's got a bunch of skills. He's all about taunts. Because if you ever watched any of Charlie's videos, you know, he's got a sharp tongue and a great wit to him. You know, that's what he's going to do to us. We've got a big fight ahead of us. Now, the great irony of Huge Charles is he's not very tall. That's the joke. I love he designed this boss, and I love it. I think it's wonderful. All right, we better engage him in melee attack before he tries to yell at us. Hopefully he sort of takes the bait. Oh, lost his pants. He hasn't done any taunting. I'll actually see if he does a taunt if I step back. Oh, there you go. He ignored it. He's getting a bit stressed. There is a stress meter in this game. We've been so lucky in this game that we haven't had to deal with that yet. But stress plays a big part on our gladiators. If that goes down too far, just like in games like Darkest Dungeons, they will break. If it goes right up, they'll get inspired. And when you break, you suffer penalties like hit chance and not being able to recoup your health. If you get inspired, you'll get bonuses like having perfect hit chance and that kind of thing. So he's about to get really stressed. He's going to break in a second if he misses again. Oh, he got like I'm trying to see if he stresses out. Oh, critical hit from critical. I want to see him stress out. I'll rest, see if he hits me. No, I better get serious here. Got any items? No. Alright, let's take you out with a warrior sword. Getting close. He lost his leg. Poor man. Now you can survive losing a leg. You can actually, stumble around the battlefield with that. But he lost his leg right as his health was low, so the end for Charlie.
The arena champion has been defeated.
Huge Charles has fallen in battle and is dethroned. So you can get 2 rewards now. You can claim extra attack, some stars, or even you can take his iron mace. Let's grab the stars. That's his weapon. So you'll be able to get the special items of each boss. And now the game is about to open up, which is pretty exciting. So Guillaume tells us that he and Thargan are about to hit the road on to Shackleford, bigger town, day's ride or so. So now the map opens up to you, and here is the world of Brander itself. This is just the demo section, so none of that is done yet. But as you can see, it's a pretty big world. We're zooming right in here to, our world. Here we are in Willowed Sound. You can see Shackleford is 3 days, 23 hours time for us. He seemed to think it was a day's ride, but it's actually a bit longer, and it's a level 4 town. We set up for there. There's also going to be adventures along the way. There's going to be radar towers where you can meet the automatons and try and take out the Starbound Gladiator that way. There's going to be dungeons, little sort of tile-based, very simple dungeon crawling with a boss at the end. There are going to be adventures, the tiny little choose-your-own adventures, like a merchant his cart has fallen over. Will you help him repair the wheel? That kind of thing. There's also these bigger town-based adventures. Let's go on right now. This is an adventure saying, there's a whiskey distillery on fire. Will you help and retrieve a barrel? Head into the burning distillery and retrieve the barrel, or refuse a request. No barrel is worth risking your life over. Oh, let's get the barrel. Let's help out. Great effort, you haul it out, and you grab some stars for that. A little pro tip for those watching the stream: you can also go back and do the adventure in Willowed Sound if you want, and you get some healing potions. Now we meet Personette, who is from Eldor Hafni. She's a very tall enchanter, and she is the cousin of Emperor Antares, one of the bad guys from earlier Sword and Sandals games. But I just want to tell you, you don't need any prior Swords and Sandals knowledge to enjoy this game at all. That's why I've called it Immortals rather than, officially Swords and Sandals 6. I think it's the most approachable Swords and Sandals game you'll play. Alright, she's basically saying, hey, I see in your fate you're going to be a big star. Let me teach you the ways of magic. So let's see what she has to offer. You can buy healing potions from her. Let's get 2 healing potions. And then we're going to go back and we're going to learn a skill or 2. She can teach us Frostbolts and Fireball. We're not really good at magic, so we'll grab a Frostbolt. Oh, not level 6 yet, so we need to level up first. So let's actually put some points in intellect now, so we can use our spell damage. It increases the spell chances. And we're going to be in a bit of a hybrid warrior-wizard. Grab some sorcerer's blood, which increases our essence regeneration, and fire mastery because we've already got that. Alright, okay, good. Shouldn't have got the frostbolt. Oh, I didn't buy it yet, did I? Okay, let's learn frostbolt. 24 stars. This is your skills bar. You can adjust things, move them all around. You've also got a little yield fight button. If you find fights are too hard and you want to abandon them, you can click that. I left it there because I wasn't sure if people were accidentally clicking on it, and I thought, you know what, you can have this if you want, or you can get rid of it. Now you can also get a skill from Guillaume. The skills, they're a bit decentralized at the moment, so I'm going to move them all to the battle dummy and make them available for you earlier. Charge. That's a great skill to have. Going to get that one. And Barbarian Storm we can also afford. Great. We got 4 good skills now to take in battle. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our way to... So now you can see up to level 7 warriors, level 6, level 5. Gladiators are getting a bit tougher. 5 more fights to go before the next champion. Let's fight Timbark, the big man. I want to thank everybody that did voices for this game. Friends and family, fans of the game. When I say family, literally my 2 little boys, Isaac and Charlie, contributed voice to this game. And what's funny is that Charlie is 18 months old and Isaac is just turned 4. They voiced the Sagan blobs, who are these sort of jelly creatures you don't meet until the early access, and they're kind of bizarre and funny. All right, let's try one of our new skills, Charge, which is a good range skill to have. Good stuff. What's he got? He's got a few creatures. I find that the enemy AI gladiators don't use their skills as much as they could. They have them there, but the AI doesn't choose to use them as often as they could. And that will be subject to change. That's our new barbarian skill, which you've seen a few others use. Oh, he's lost his arm. It's all over. We're undefeated so far. What a stroke of luck for the stream. Let's go with Eraden the Warrior, who's so arrogant that he didn't even bother to bring any armor into the fight. He's got high defense though and good stamina, so he's going to be one of those annoying people to fight against. Charging. If your enemies have higher agility than you, which they don't, they attack first. Let's go charge. He parries. This guy's going to be really annoying because low hit chance against him. Oh, we're taking it. Have a frostbolt. He's going to do the dagger. He's actually done good damage. We're just out of range of that. Got him. Everyone's losing their arms to us. This hand axe is doing a lot of damage. I might see if we can get a new weapon in a second, actually. Some people have told me that grunt sounds a bit annoying because I've changed it in the next patch, actually, which isn't part of this demo, but it will be, to just a more relaxing, restful sound rather than that. Let's get some more axe mastery. There it is again. Yeah, I can see how that would get annoying. Often when you build games, you tend to not have the sound on because you go a bit nuts, right? So you don't realize how annoying it is until you're actually playing it fully through. So we've got lots of money here. Let's get some armor. What can we get? You can look at it in its full tree like that, or have a little... We can grab shoulder guards. Looking good. And those look good too. Brigand braces. Getting a bit tougher. I need a proper breastplate as well, but they're quite expensive. And did I spend all our money on armor? I could have got... No. Oh, the pickaxe. Can I sell some things to get that? Let's see if we can sell something. Let's sell our... What can I sell to get that? Let's actually sell some armor. All that new armor we bought. Sell our... Let's go all out and buy that pickaxe. Oh, I need to sell one more thing. Pretty much everything except the braces. But I wanted to show you this pickaxe. Two-handed weapon for a start. Two-handed weapons do extra damage. You're going to see this. who's going to be our victor? Oh, this Gnarl has a bow and a cool hairstyle.
Prepare for battle.
So walk backwards, you see him using his bow. Ah, what are you doing? Silly AI. I'll jump back so you can try and use your bow. This is when you try to show off this decent AI that your characters have and he's not even using it. Use your bow. That might be a bit of a logic bug because he's not using it. Come hither. Alright, look, you're useless. We're going to attack you in the head. You dodged my new pickaxe. Take your barbarian storm your leg. Yeah, we're starting to creep up in the damage now. So back to the fight selector with how many battles to go? 2 more battles. This priest is quite tough, lots of health. Now, as I said earlier, there are many different non-human races coming in, with the Yeren, the Haxapods and everything, each with different abilities like ripping off arms or spitting acid and that kind of stuff. There's going to be a lot of variety. Whoa, it's pretty hard, especially when we don't have any armor. We're getting stressed now as well. Lucky we parried that. Ooh, we might lose this battle. Oh, lucky. Okay, now, how many more battles do we... Oh, we can level up. You'll grow more powerful. Let's grab some agility and some intellect. A little bit more fire mastery. Although, did I choose a frostbolt? I did, didn't I? What was I doing? We actually have enough stars, I think, to get our hands on... You can actually alchemize things. If you want to trade your stars for gold, you can. Only one way, but going to learn a skill. You can also enchant your weapons, but not in the demo. No, we can't get that yet. Alright, so what we're going to do instead is get ourselves some armor. We sold. We sold the toga again. Braces. Cool. They look good, actually. There are tons of different armor sets as well. You're going to be finding armor for days. One more enemy. Let's fight this Cycladian with one eye. They are good at fighting at night. They're from another world, actually. Seafaring warriors. You resisted me. I thought I was irresistible. Oh, apparently I am. Yeah, well, this warrior class may be a little overpowered. You try this game, when you try out the demo, try playing a priest or a mage or something like that. You're going to find the demo is a little harder than my warrior build is very overpowered. Okay, now we can challenge the next champion, who is another YouTuber called Cutie, who's done some wonderful streams of the game and is part of the demo. And he actually lent his voice to the demo. Really lovely guy with quite a happy voice, and so his boss is in fact called Cutie the Jovial, because he's such a happy guy. He even wears a blue bow tie. But we've made him a big, strong knight with his blue bow tie, a trademark blue bow tie. Okay. And you get your little quote when you fight bosses. Rah! I'm about to clown on you! And he'll tell you a bit about him. Gentle giant of a man whose jokes and good nature bring smiles to all the peoples of the land. He's Cutie, and there's only one friend in the world. His mortal enemy, Jerome the Ace, who's actually he's a rival in the real world to another friendly YouTuber. Got to tell you, YouTubers, man, they are and Twitch streamers are the lifeblood of indie games, and you know, without their help, we are nothing. You know, the traditional media don't really cover indie games unless they're already big. So when you're a little game like I am, you really do rely on the support of streamers. So I just want to thank you. Okay. Frostbolt. He's very heavily armored, our friend Cutie. But then our pickaxe is very strong. Also, the music for this boss battles are done by a wonderful Swedish band called The Overthrown. I want to give a big shout out to those guys as well. They're going to be providing bosses later in the game. If you're into metal and that kind of thing, they are massively talented. Our first loss, and it's to Judy. We got all the way to the second regional champion. Your day ends in defeat. So you're going to suffer a penalty in the early access build of some kind of like stats and so on for a few days, but you might be able to buy your way out of it. And we've also lost valuable time. At any time as well, you can go back to the overworld and travel to different towns. There's Fator over there, Ancient Tolator, Gallowstones, or back to Willowed Sound for some easier fights if you wish. But for now, that's the end of our little stream demo. I hope you enjoyed that. If you are a fan of this game and you like what you see, please give it a wish list and stay tuned for the early access build. I've actually got a YouTube channel which you can subscribe to as well if you want. If you like my content, it's mainly Sword and Sandals related stuff. Sometimes I talk about life and game dev and play other games and that kind of thing. I'd absolutely welcome you there. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be part of the Steam Next Fest, and I look forward to showing you more of the game as the weeks and months roll on to early access and beyond. I'm of course Oliver Joyce, and welcome to Swords and Sandals Immortals. Have a great time, enjoy, and I'll see you around. Bye for now.